the Berlin Wall. For almost 3 decades, it stood as a stark symbol of division, a concrete barrier that sliced through the heart of a city and a continent. It became an icon of the Cold War, representing the ideological battle between East and West. The Wall's story is one of separation, oppression, and the yearning for freedom. It's a story of resilience, hope, and the ultimate triumph of unity over division. The Wall's legacy continues to resonate today, reminding us of the fragility of peace and the importance of fighting for our values. It serves as a powerful monument to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most formidable obstacles. The story of the Berlin Wall is a journey through history, a testament to the enduring power of hope and the universal desire for freedom. After the devastation of World War II, Germany lay in ruins, its cities shattered, its people grappling with the consequences of their past. In the war's aftermath, the Allied powers, the United States, Great Britain, France, and the Soviet Union, divided Germany into 4 occupied zones. Berlin, though located deep within the Soviet zone, was also divided, mirroring the larger partition of the country. The division of Germany reflected the growing ideological rift between the capitalist West and the communist East. The United States and its allies championed democracy and a free market economy, while the Soviet Union, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, sought to expand its sphere of influence and promote communism. In this climate of suspicion and mistrust, the seeds of the Cold War were sown. As the Cold War intensified, tensions between East and West Germany escalated. East Germany, under the control of the Socialist Unity Party, SED, faced a growing exodus of its citizens fleeing to the West in search of freedom and opportunity. Between 1949 and 1961, an estimated 2.5 million East Germans, many of them skilled workers and intellectuals, fled to West Berlin, draining the East German economy and embarrassing the communist regime. In a desperate attempt to stem the flow of refugees, the East German government, with the support of the Soviet Union, erected the Berlin Wall on August 13, 1961. Overnight, the city was divided by a barbed wire barrier, severing families, friendships, and the very fabric of Berlin life. The construction of the Berlin Wall had an immediate and devastating impact on the lives of Berliners. Families were torn apart, with loved ones finding themselves stranded on opposite sides of the barrier. The wall became a physical manifestation of the Iron Curtain, a symbol of oppression and the suppression of freedom. Life in East Berlin was characterized by surveillance, censorship, and economic hardship. The Stasi, the East German secret police, maintained a pervasive network of informants, instilling fear and suspicion among the population. West Berlin, in contrast, became a symbol of freedom and prosperity, a showcase for the capitalist West. Despite the formidable barriers erected by the East German government, the desire for freedom and reunification never waned. Throughout the years, courageous individuals risked their lives to escape to the West, employing ingenious methods to overcome the wall's defenses. Tunnels were dug, hot air balloons were launched, and some even dared to scale the wall itself, all in a desperate bid for freedom. The Berlin Wall also became a canvas for protest and dissent. Artists from around the world adorned its western side with colorful murals, transforming it into a symbol of hope and resistance. The wall's presence on the world stage ensured that the plight of the East German people and their yearning for freedom remained in the global spotlight. In the late 1980s, a confluence of factors led to the dramatic fall of the Berlin Wall. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, was undergoing a period of political and economic reform, known as perestroika and glasnost. Gorbachev's reforms, coupled with growing unrest in Eastern Europe, weakened the Soviet grip on its satellite states. On November 9, 1989, after weeks of pro-democracy protests in East Germany, the East German government announced the opening of the border. The news spread like wildfire, and soon throngs of East Berliners were streaming through the newly opened checkpoints, met with cheers and embraces from their West Berlin counterparts. The fall of the Berlin Wall was a momentous event, signaling the beginning of the end of the Cold War and the reunification of Germany.